So last stop for Visayas group of islands is the Eastern Visayas. Okay. So same outline, geographical division, transport, cuisine, and a run through of the top destinations and attractions of Eastern Visayas. Okay, so let's start this session with another show.
I woke up to worlds unknown. Where water is stronger than rock. So I learned to sit back and enjoy the ride. Get washed up on a deserted island. Explore the locals' living history. Perhaps even find a hole in the wall. Or discover a whole new world to be on top of.
Okay, so that's Eastern Visayas. So Eastern Visayas region is currently designated as Region VIII, consisting of three main islands, that's Samar, and then Leyte, and this tiny little island of Biliran that occupies the easternmost portion of the Visayas group of islands. That's why it's Eastern Visayas. Now, Eastern Visayas is said to be, Eastern Visayas is said to be the caving capital of the Philippines. There are some municipalities here na may mga 100 caves, okay, just in one municipality. So the region is home to many cave systems located underneath the mountains of Samar. Now, interspersed with this cave system are waterfalls, rivers. There are a lot of very nice waterfalls here in Eastern Visayas and even underground rivers. Now, Eastern Visayas may not be much on the tourist radar. Rather, for the most part, the Tacloban, the beaches in northern Samar, but the region is also a destination for extreme mountaineering adventures such as spelunking and trekking. Now, Eastern Visayas is also historical in the sense na dito unang tumapak ang mga conquerors sina Ferdinand Magellan through Humhon and Limasawa Islands. So these two are the few stopover of the navigator in his voyage from Spain to Cebu. Okay? So Humhon is on the southern end of Samar Island, while Limasawa is on the southern portion of Leyte Island. Now, despite Eastern Visayas is composed of island provinces, yan, let's look at that map. So second map, the island of Samar, the island of Leyte, and the island of Biliran. Despite being islands, they are well interconnected. So there's this bridge connecting Leyte and Samar Island. Of course, that's a unique bridge. And Biliran is also connected to the island of Leyte to Biliran Bridge. So madali siyang i-navigate, no, kahit hiwa-hiwalay sila, kahit island sila. So just a trivia, Eastern Visayas is one of the most memorable trip I made back 2016 ata for 23 straight days. I was able to traverse all the region, all the provinces of Eastern Visayas. I started in northern Samar and connected via Sorsogon, then pababa ako ng Eastern Samar, then to Samar, then Leyte, all the way to Biliran, back to Tacloban, southern Leyte, then back to Tacloban, through back to Biliran. So I was able to cover the whole of Eastern Visayas in one trip. Okay. Now, moving on to the administrative divisions of Eastern Visayas. So here, we have 6 provinces and 1 highly urbanized city. Okay, so let's start with the province of Biliran. Okay? Biliran, among the other provinces, is not much frequented, probably because of its location. Medyo malayo siya sa jump off, which is Tacloban. Okay, but of course, there are a few wonderful sites here as well. So the capital of Biliran province is now. It has just 8 municipalities. It is one of the smallest province in the Philippines. Actually, it's one of the youngest provinces as well in the Philippines. Early 1990s lang siya naging province. Dati siyang part ng Leyte. So, it lies just a few kilometers away from the island of Leyte. So, connected siya with Leyte. So, that is Biliran, the province of Biliran. Next is the province of Eastern Samar, okay, with the capital Boroman, whichever, okay, with 22 municipalities and one city. So Eastern Samar is on the eastern portion of the Philippines, eastern portion of Eastern Samar. During the circumnavigation, as I mentioned earlier, of Ferdinand Magellan, okay, so dito siya unang nag-step off in the Philippines, particularly in the southern part of the province, which is the Biliran. Okay, so that's Eastern Samar. Yeah, sa eastern portion ng Samar. Then we have the province of Leyte, the capital of which is the highly urbanized city of Tacloban. Although Tacloban is HUC governed independently from the province of Leyte, but still acts as the capital of Leyte since most of the centers for businesses, education, and all are located still in Tacloban. Okay, so the province of Leyte has 40 municipalities with 3 cities located just west of the Samar Island. Actually, the historical name of the Philippines, which is Las Islas Filipinas, which is of course named after Roy Lopez de Villalobos, in honor of Prince Philip of Spain. Okay. It only refers to the island of Leyte and Samar. So yun lang, yung Islas de Filipinas, Samar at Leyte lang. So talagang sila yung pioneer na component ng Islas de Filipinas itong tatlo. So it was then just adapted to cover the entire Philippine Archipelago. Yun pala yun. Okay, moving on to province of Northern Samar, the capital of which is Patarman, with 24 municipalities. Okay, of course, it's located in the northern portion of the island of Samar, bordering the provinces of Samar and Eastern Samar. So it's quite confusing yung mga probinsya dito sa Eastern Visayas because we have Northern Samar, then we have Eastern Samar, then we have Samar lang. Okay, si Samar naman kasi before ay Western Samar until such time na naging Samar na yun. So when you say I'm going to Samar, you really have to be specific as to which part of Samar because on that tatlo nga sila. Yan. So that's Samar, the capital of which is Catbalogan, okay, with 24 other municipalities. Okay, again, it's formerly the Western Samar. So ito yung probinsya okay, na magpo-connect sa'yo sa island of Leyte. Okay. Then the last province is the province of Southern Leyte, the capital of which is Maasin. So Southern Leyte has 18 municipalities and one city. Okay. Southern Leyte includes the historic island of Limasawa, where the first Roman Catholic Mass was believed or is believed rather to have taken place. Okay, I said is believed because may isang claimant kung saan ginanap ang unang Catholic Mass. So that is okay. Until now, it's still a debate as to is it in Leyte, is it in Butuan? But most of the write-up in the history points out to Leyte. Anyway, ang dami kong chismis. Okay, then the city of Tacloban, or the highly urbanized city of Tacloban, which is geographically located in the province of Leyte. Governed independently, but still was an important part of the province. Now, in terms of transportation, again, just like the other provinces and regions in the Visayas, the main entry here is by air, and the jump-off point region is located next to Corpus Airport in the city of Bacolod. Now, there are other airports, that are being served with commercial flights, and that includes the Tarman Airport, Hawaii Airport, all in island of Samar. Okay. Sooner or later, we'll have approaches in Momo, which will be located or gumawa na ng airport. Now, for scheduled passenger ferries, Ormoc City is the main entry point, okay, from the province of Cebu. If you are traversing Central Visayas to Eastern Visayas. While the town of Bato in Leyte is your entry point if you will be coming from Leyte. So you can still go region to region flying as per the laws of our Visayas Philippine Airlines. Then the town of Caloocan is the one with seaport that is doing scheduled passenger vessels from Leyte to Manila. Now, all cities and capital towns in the region are accessible by buses from Manila, Cebu, and from Davao. So, the biggest regional terminal of Philippine Airlines lies at Caloocan, and it's one of the buses that will be frequently visits the Philippines. So, yan, the five major seaports or entry to the region is the one that sinabi is Leyte for those coming from Mindanao, Bato Leyte for those buses coming from Bohol, Caloocan for those coming from Cebu, and terminals of Allen for those coming from Luzon. If you're coming from Manila, taking a bus to Eastern Visayas, it will just be a very, very, very long trip. Okay, but you will be greeted with scenic sights as you travel the road, okay, towards Eastern Visayas. Now, the islands of Leyte, Samar, and Biliran are connected by bridges, with the beautiful San Juanito Bridge, of course, connecting Leyte and Samar Islands, and the Biliran Bridge. Right. In terms of cuisine, okay, according to culinary experts in Eastern Visayas, they attribute their cuisine as somewhat related to the cuisine of Bicol region because they are very connected much to the Bicol region. However, the difference is that, meaning, if they attribute their cuisines to Bicol region, they are heavily users of coconut milk. So, but the difference is that ang dishes ng Bicol region is spicy, while Eastern Visayas is not. Okay? So these are some of the foods, cuisines, or the legacy of Eastern Visayas. We have, of course, manok. Okay? Like, lahat ng tourists na pupunta sa Eastern Visayas, ito ang pasalubong pag umuwi. So this is manok aged suman with chocolate, with tablea rather, or chocolate mixed with cocoa powder. So it has also some hint of vanilla and usually partnered with coffee or powder. Then we have binagol, or binagol rather, a Filipino sweet steamed delicacy made from giant taro, condensed milk, sugar, coconut milk, and eggs. And it is traditionally placed in a coconut shell. Then we have the hinatukan manok. Okay, or basically this is the ginataang manok. They have their lawok meat recently featured by the Department of Tourism in its food campaign. So basically this is their version of ginataang gulay. Now, very outstanding ang flavor ng mga what you call this, mga ginataang dishes ng Eastern Visayas because they are fond of using lemongrass to enhance the taste of their ginataangs. Next, we have salukara, okay, and the sinarungsong. So salukara is crepe. So this is a native to Eastern Samar. It uses coconut wine as a ricer. If you can remember this one in Marinduque, ano na nga ba to? Bibingkang lalaki, yan, in Marinduque. No, instead of yeast, they're using tuba as a ricer. So same concept with the salukara. They're using the coconut wine as a ricer instead of baking powder. So a little moist. Okay, but it's good. Yeah. The sinarong song is rice suman. It's an ordinary suman, but the difference is the packaging kasi cone shape ang kanyang packaging. Now, because of the heavy influence of the Spaniards here in this area, maraming mga Spanish cuisine that are available here that over the years are being tweaked with a Filipino style of cooking, like the tamalos, yan, or the tamales of the Mexicans or the Spanish, no? But here, their tamalos has a slab of pork rather, pork belly, no, with peanut sauce on a soft rice flour base. Now, when they are wrapped in banana leaves and they are steamed for hours. Then they have this bola catalana, and this is their version of embutido, which contains ground meat. The difference is that they wrap it with the skin of the pig intestines. Okay, not the intestine itself. Yung kasi yung intestine may covering pa yon when yung ginagamit as wrapper of the bola. Alright, so those are just some few of the cuisine that must try when you visit Eastern Visayas. Now, for the top destinations, for the most part of travel, Tacloban is as a top draw for this, followed by the caves in Samar and beautiful islands in the destination of for the top attractions of the province, I have really quite long video, so I'm going to show the first part of it. I'll try to complete the circular
Ito ang Rio siksik sa nagagandahang atraksyon mula sa makapigilingang tanawin, malakristal na tubig at malapulbos na buhangin, walang dudang pang world class ang ganda ng Eastern Visayas. Hey, what's up guys? Ako po si Joseph Pasalo at nandito po tayo ngayon sa Tacloban City, capital city at ang gateway ng Eastern Visayas. Samahan niyo po akong libutin at silipin ang mga pinagmamalaking atraksyon ng Eastern Visayas. Ito na nga ngayon ang Tacloban City. Mas makulay, mas maganda at mas dumami ang mga negosyo. Dito rin sa Tacloban, matatagpuan ang pinakamahabang tulay sa buong Pilipinas. Ito ang San Juanico Bridge, ang tulay na nandurugtong sa mga probinsya ng Samar at Leyte. Din sa Eastern Visayas, ang pinakamataas na tulay sa buong Pilipinas. Ito ang Agas-Agas Bridge na makikita sa bayan ng Sogot sa Southern Leyte. Ito ay may taas na 89 meters. Puntahan naman natin ang mga nagagandahang isla ng Eastern Visayas. Nariyan ang Mahaba Island sa Inupacan, Leyte, Sanigaw Island sa Matalom, Leyte, Sambawan Island sa Biliran, San Pedro at San Pablo Island sa Southern Leyte, Limasawa Island sa Southern Leyte, at ang Naked Island ng Eastern Samar. Kung trip nyo naman ang malapulbos na buhangin, ito ang sagot dyan ng Eastern Visayas. Ito ang Mulopulo White Beach, Bitoon Beach, Lokbon Beach, at Buscayan Beach na makikita sa probinsya ng Southern Leyte. Amazing sandbar ba ang hanap nyo? Nandito ang Ligyo Island ng Inupacan, Leyte. Ito naman ang shifting sandbar ng Nangitangan Island sa probinsya ng Biliran. At At ito talaga ang pinakasikat sa lahat, ang pang-frontline ng probinsya ng Leyte, ang Kalangaman Island. Kung pang frontline lang naman ang labanan, di papatalo dyan ang probinsya ng Biliran. Kilala ang Biliran bilang waterfalls capital ng Pilipinas. Tara na't bisitahin natin ang iilan sa mga waterfalls na nandito. Ito ang Bagunggong Falls, Ulan-Ulan Falls, at Ricolitos Falls na matatagpuan sa bayan ng Almeria. Ito naman ang Tinago Falls na makikita sa bayan ng Kaibiran. Mula sa probinsya ng Biliran, puntahan naman natin ang probinsya ng Samar. Nandito kasi ang tinatawag nilang Mini Niagara Falls ng Pilipinas. Ito ang Lulugayan Falls na matatagpuan sa bayan ng Calbuga. Ito naman ang Taramban Falls na matatagpuan sa lungsod ng Calbayog. Puntahan naman natin ang mga kamanghamanghang kuweba sa Eastern Visayas. Alam nyo ba na ang Samar ang caving capital ng Pilipinas? Kaya naman bisitahin natin ang isa sa mga pinagmamalaking kuweba dito. Ito ang Sohoton Cave na matatagpuan sa bayan ng Basay. Sa labas naman ng kuweba, nariyan ang Sohoton Natural Bridge kung saan pwede kang magbabad sa napakapreskong tubig. Puntahan naman natin ang caving capital ng Southern Leyte. Ito ang bayan ng Macrohon. Dito makikita ang mahigit 100 kuweba na naghihintay lamang na madiskubre. Mag-refresh muna.
Alright, so let me cut out there. So are you now guys convinced to consider Eastern Visayas as your next waterfalls hopping destination? Like I told you earlier, the waterfalls here are very majestic. So amazing. Now, moving on, okay, let's have the province of Biliran for its top attractions. Of course, we have the picturesque Biliran Bridge. It may just be a simple bridge as it looks, but when you're on the right angle of the bridge, you can have a very nice view of the background. So practically, this is the bridge that connects Biliran to the whole of the Philippines, or to the rest of the Philippines. Right? Diba? It has a very nice vista. Then moving on, we have the Nasunugan Watchtower ruins. This is the most extensive archaeological curiosity in the province. Literally the burned ruins. But this is already a reconstruction of the old one that was used as a watchtower during the 17th century. Ulan-Ulan Falls, it was shown in the vid earlier. This is a very famous one in Biliran, of course, in Almeria. Okay, it's not really challenging. I think it's just 30 to 45 minutes to reach the place, but it's all worth it. Then the Tinago Falls, hindi siya nakatago ngayon. Also one of the best attractions of the Tinago is hidden because it is likened like a hidden treasure. So towering almost 100 feet. So sobrang napakataas na Then the Sambawan Island, this is Biliran's answer to paradise, like if Filipino has Domingantes, so Biliran has Sambawan. White sands, nice marine life, very warm blue waters are lining on the shores of Sambawan. Then another famed island in Biliran is Butacan. It has several white beaches, exotic rock formations, and very wide sandbars. Stretches like a giant Now, Biliran also have some cluster of rice terraces in Iman din, popular, but it's still good to visit. Some rice terraces and somehow rice terraces. Now, if you're looking for a farm experience in Biliran, there's a very nice spot there. That's good. Okay, so Kanaan is promised land. The Bible refers to Kanaan as promised land. So Kanaan here is an organic farm that recreates the promise of the promised land. On the other side, of Canaan Hill, you can see the sea. On the other side of Canaan Hill, the desert mountains, and there are lush woods. It's very amazing to see. I was able to stay like 2 days the different views. That's Canaan Hill. Now, for churches, we have the St. James the Apostle Catholic Church. Okay, it's a very popular church in Biliran. It became a tourist attraction because of the decorative frontage. Kita nyo naman dyan sa photo ninyo. Very exquisite ang mga details ng facade. Okay, along with the bandstand na nasa harap ninyo. Then there's also the Pilgrimage Church of the Our Lady of Peace in Good Voyage. Okay, this is said to be the most beautiful church in the province of Biliran, due as well to the decorative frontage of the church. Ang daming details ng kanyang facade. So very, very nice. Now, moving on to our next province, of course, punta muna tayo sa group natin together ang Samar. So let's start with the northern Samar. And probably the most notable spot here is the Biri Island Rock Formations. No? So this is one of the incredible spots here. Actually, this group or this destination is composed of 7 gigantic rock formations. No? Iba-iba yan. So each one of them has a stunning sights to behold. And they coined the place, or they dubbed the place as the Battle of the Gods. Like they were formed from tectonic plate movements, strong winds, and ferocious waves. So iba-iba yung pagkaka-form ng mga rocks dito sa Bili. Yan. Then they have the Pink Beach in Sila Island in Canturente. Okay, one of the most remarkable beaches in the country as well. In my own opinion, comparing it to Stugit in Sorsogon, Santa Cruz Island in Zamboanga, and in the other one in Camarines, ito yung pinaka talagang pink among those pink beaches that I've been. So this is on the eastern side of Sila Island, of course in northern Samar. You can see the full glory of the pink shoreline, of course, during summer and in the sunset. Okay, then there's the Kapul Island. Okay, most frequented destination din ito. Okay, it's in a tiny, this is a separate municipality, a very tiny one in northern state. Okay. So Kapul Island is heavily influenced by the Spanish. Actually, the name Kapul Island is shortened or was taken from Acapulco because of its significance during the Manila Galleon or during the Galleon. So ano makikita dyan sa Kapul Island? Okay, andyan ang Kapul Lighthouse. This is historic lighthouse in northern Samar, century old already. It's in the northern tip of Kapul Island. Served as well as a guide during the escape of Then there is the Kapul Church. This is century old church already, or 100-year-old also. And not only as a house of faith, but already a historical landmark in the province. For the other beaches, we have the Leyte Beach, which is famous for the golden sand beach, sunset here off the river coast of Northern Samar. Then the Lawang Church, another historical church in northern Samar, situated in the heart of Lawang, Samar. Okay, so 18th century church din ito with still the remnants of the ruins na nagtayo ni Lawang Church. So there's not much really comprehensive list of top attractions for Northern Samar. What I mentioned to you are really the top draw when it comes to tourists. But for the most part, pag sinabing Northern Samar, dalawa lang talaga lumalabas dyan. It's either Dili or tatlo rather, Dili, Kapul, and Sila. Ayan. Okay. Now moving on to Eastern Samar. So we have here Homonhon Island. Okay, on top of our list. So Homonhon Island is roughly 20, I think 20 kilometer long, with decorated with both history and a very nice coastline. So again, Homonhon Island is the island where Ferdinand Magellan first set foot in the Philippines in March of 1521. So, yun yung during the quest for navigation or circumnavigation of the globe. However, apart from the history that Homanon Island has, it is also a tropical paradise with a beautiful stretch of long white sand shores that are perfect for swimming, boating, and of course, not too far from the shore. Very ferocious ang waves. Parang may sariling utak yung mga waves. Even if the sea is calm, malalakas pa rin yung waves. Yan. Pearl Island. This is not your ordinary island. The Pearl Island or the Artificial Island. Okay. But more recognized as the Pearl Island is a popular spot in Eastern Samar. Obviously, with its name, it's a small island that is surrounded by, or a small island that is in charge for the surrounding pearl farm. Okay? So parang ito yung scientific station na nagpa-farm ng mga pearls. Yeah, so you can see there giant clams or corals as well. So this island is also totally before the pandemic. Digulubong Island, one of the prominent ecotourism destinations in Eastern Samar as well, fringed with white sand shorelines, vegetation, rock reef borders, and few scattered rock formations, just like what you're seeing in your screen right now. Mga mushroom rock formation that are dotted on the shores of Digulubong Island. Then there's Calicoan Beach, or the locals call it the ABC Beach. It's the most visited spot in Eastern Samar, particularly for those who want to swim. So basically, this is facing the Pacific Ocean. So there's the huge waves in here that are best for surfing. So but they suggest that um, um, ABCD or Calicoan Beach is for those experienced mga advanced surfer because ferocious din yung mga waves. Yeah. Next, Bankawan Falls, up in the jungle of the mainland Eastern Samar. This is the highest point or highest waterfalls rather, the most majestic waterfalls in the entire province. It's really a sight to behold. Bankawan Falls, followed by Kamandarana Falls. Okay, um, like an hour away, I think, or an hour away, I think, from Bankawan Falls. Right? It may not be as majestic as the previous Bankawan Falls, but this is more suitable for swimming with a large basin, refreshing large pool with just very short boulders along the bank of the basin that serves as this. Then we have the Linao Cave. Okay. On the southern tip of Calicoan Island, where the Calicoan Beach is located earlier. So you can see here the Linao Cave. It's not that majestic as the other larger caves in Island of Samar, but this is quite frequented because it's easy to navigate or to see around. And another thing that draws tourist attention here is the lake, the small lake inside the cave. Then we have the Canhugas National Nature Park, rather. Okay. Also, just like the other shorelines that we have in Eastern Samar with boulders and ferocious waves. Yeah. Then we have the Minasangay Island Ecological Park, okay, an ecotourism destination also in Eastern Samar. Actually, for the most part of Eastern Samar, it's in ecotourism. But since it's highly accessible, so this is frequented by not even local tourists, but even foreign tourists before. So the island is dotted with green trees, mangroves, a little scattered rock formations on the shores. Okay, making it a very pristine area. Now, for church, for pilgrims, we have the Sulangan Church, okay, or the Saint Anthony of Padua Church, one of the most famous churches here in Eastern Samar. Okay, um, ano daw to, sabi ng mga locals, milagroso, yung mga incurable disease daw and other in your material things. Okay? Yun yung nasasagot daw dito. Yun yung sabi ng mga locals. Yes, Sulangan Church. Then of course, siguro dinig nyo to ng isang taon. Ano po? The Balanggiga Church. Okay, which houses the Balanggiga bells there. Yan. So, apart from, actually, mas popular pa nga yung bells eh. So, apart from bells, apart from the church rather, okay, these three church bells came to rose to fame when they were returned from the United States to the Philippines. So, kinuha kasi ito ng mga US Army as a trophy nung war, ng Philippine-American War. Okay. During those massacres na nangyari dito. So yun, kinuha nila, then binalik dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya naging top draw na siya. Right? So those are the top attractions in Eastern Samar. Okay? Now moving on to Samar. Ayan, Samar lang tayo ngayon. Okay? So Samar, ayan naman ang crown jewel nila, the Sohoton Caves and the Natural Bridge. Okay, like when you go to Samar and you wanna go caving, spelunking, okay, underground river, Sohoton Caves is the answer. Okay, so Sohoton Caves and Natural Bridge spans to almost 800 hectares of protected area, considered as the best ecotourism destination in the province that enclosed woodlands, mga navigable underground river, huge cave systems, and towering limestones, among others and other things. Yeah, so you can have a Sohoton River cruise here, and you will be greeted with a lot of nice sceneries and greeneries, okay, on the docking area. Okay. On site, you will be greeted as well with mga kumakanta ng mga waray na songs played by the locals, okay, before proceeding to spelunking in Sohoton Caves. Okay. Next, Sulpan Cave. Okay, one of the best caves as well in Samar next to Sohoton. So among all of the caves here, this is probably one of, or this is probably the cave that has the most beautiful entrance because there's this waterfall near the mouth of the cave. Yan yung nakakita ninyong yung butas dyan, yan yung cave, and the entrance is that one with the waterfalls. Diba? So it's a very nice view in there. Then we have the Pinipisakan Falls, not tucked in the mountains of Samar. Also, a very beautiful four-tier falls surrounded with trees, wild ferns, lush greens, mossy boulders, and a lot of stones. Okay, however, medyo tricky lang yung trekking part, like 2 hours, okay, before reaching the Pinipisakan. Yan, Lulugayan Falls, yung sinabi ng video kanina na Niagara, of mini Niagara of the Philippines. Okay, kaya lang iko-contest to ng nasa Surigao, the Tinoyan Falls, kasi yun din ang claim nila, they are the Niagara of the Philippines, mini Niagara. Okay, so this is a series of waterfalls cascading through very long rapids of the Calbiga River here in Samar. Okay, so the main waterfalls with the highest drop is very wide, very majestic, where you can see the plunge pool there is good for swimming and cliff jumping. That's yeah, yung pinakaharap na nakakita niyo there, that's the main falls. Yan, Lulugayan Falls. Another picturesque waterfalls is the Bamon Falls. Okay, this is just 60-meter high waterfalls that also cascades into a wide plunge pool. Then, Talangban Falls, another great majestic waterfalls in Samar. Okay, from Bangon Falls, you will just trek pababa, okay, like 30 to an hour trek, so you can reach Tarangman Falls. It has the significant thing here is the water skis crossing. It as it cascades to the rugged rock into the stream below. But if you don't want to trek, actually you can hire hamal-hamal so that you can reach Tarangman Falls. Okay. Then we have the Saints Peter and Paul Cathedral, okay, for pilgrims. Also, we have the Basel Church, okay, one of the historic landmarks here in the province of Samar, well-preserved church, 17th century old church, okay, with a very nice bell tower on the left side of the church. Now, for adventure, for extreme activities, you may try the Calbayog Zip Line and Malahog Ridge Nature Park. Okay. So this one is a beautiful nature park with huge trees, boulders, and zip line. Okay, they have a very long zip line as well. Okay, that connects a zip line that is an island to island. Okay, so you have a very nice view while doing the zip line. Okay, right? So those are the destinations for Samar. Okay, northern, eastern, and the province of Samar. Now let's move to the island of Leyte. So here we have two provinces rather, Leyte, southern Leyte, and of course including the highly urbanized city of Tacloban. So for the province of Leyte, we have Kalangaman Island, top draw actually to, Tacloban, tas Kalangaman na. Ganyan siya ka-famous. Okay, it's being tagged as the most beautiful island in the province, actually in the entire Philippines. It has a very long stretch of powdery white sandbars, both ends of the island. It's really an amazing feature with calm waters, clear waters that makes it so inviting for swimming and snorkeling. So, yeah, however, wala nga lang mga overnight facilities doon sa island, but I think you can do camping. Next, yeah, there. Okay, we have Cuatro Islas, okay, which literally translates to four islands. So, composed of four beautiful islands off the coast of the municipalities of Ilopacan and Indang and Leyte. So, ayan sila, okay, the different islands of Cuatro Islas. So, there. So, it was also shown in the video earlier. Then we have Lake Danao again. Ang dami na magkakapangalan. Now, this is top attraction in Ormoc. Actually, ito naman yung main attraction na lagi pinapakita ng Ormoc City. So, it's one of the most recommended lake destinations actually in the Philippines. Guitar-shaped lake with a very high altitude. So, meaning the temperature here is almost like Tagaytay. It's quite cold, soothing, um, it's very fun. So you can do swimming, kayaking, canoeing, all the fun things that can be done here in Lake Danao. Then of course, San Juanico Bridge. It's one of the most visited tourist spots in Leyte. And of course, the longest bridge in the Philippines, spanning a body of sea water, constructed during the presidency of Ferdinand Marcos. So here you can witness the beautiful view of the sunrise, of the sunset, amazing panoramic view of the sea islands, whirlpools, passing boats. And so in the morning or late afternoon, this is the favorite destinations for joggers, photography enthusiasts, and nature lovers. So I assume you've heard recently about the lighting project of the San Juanico Bridge. I can't really find a nice photo of the lighted San Juanico Bridge. Yan, but basically that's how this is the test lighting ata ng PIESA. So basically that's how it looks like at night. Okay. Then we have MacArthur Landing Memorial Park, of course, that commemorates the fulfillment of the promise of General MacArthur na I shall return. This is in the Red Beach in Leyte. Yeah. So there's the life-size, double life-size actually, bronze statue of MacArthur and his entourage, yeah, including former President Sergio Osmeña, in this memorial park. Okay, then a memorial park of the disastrous Typhoon Yolanda, the MV Eva Jocelyn Yolanda Memorial Marker. While as much as possible, no, we try not to reminisce those heartaches, those pain that this Yolanda had brought us, but somehow these markers could also be a monument or memorial of how strong, how resilient, although galit na galit yung term, how resilient the Filipinos are. So we have there MV Eva Jocelyn Yolanda Memorial Marker that eventually naging tourist attraction for the village. Okay, so this particular memorial, it stands out for its, of course, uniqueness, expanded symbolism, for what took place here. This is the actual bow kasi ni Eva Jocelyn. Okay, so it's not an ordinary memorial or mga nagawa sa semento or anything, but it's the actual bow. But of course, we also have the main Yolanda Memorial Park, or they call it the Astrodome Memorial Park. Madami kasi memorial markers, so parang hindi ko alam. Ito yung tinatawag ng Astrodome Memorial Park, located in the or beside Tacloban Convention Center, where a lot of thousands of people will be evacuated to Surigao State. Yeah, and then we have the Santo Niño Shrine and Heritage Museum, one of the most visited spots in Leyte as well. Okay, this one, Santo Niño Shrine and Heritage Museum, this is one of the 29 presidential rest houses of the Marcos family. So, dinedicate, pinagawa daw ito ni President Ferdinand Marcos as a gift to American Marcos. Okay. So that's Santo Niño Shrine and Heritage Museum. So we can see here a spectrum of expensive priceless paintings, antiques, ceramics, pottery, medallions, religious relics, inscriptions, sculptures. So this is really a recommended destination. You don't want to miss this part. Next, Leyte Provincial Capital, okay, a structure that was built on the early 1900s. Okay. It's it's a building that still has this American vibe because it was built, of course, by during the American time, or with the influence of the Americans. Okay, actually, the one who built this one, or who designed this one, is the architect who also designed Manila City. At saka yung building ng National Museum. So, Leyte Provincial Capital is as American with its neo-classical and white facade with the iron cannons and very American yung mga cannons nila. Leyte Provincial. And Palo Cathedral for those for the province, Palo Cathedral and Santo Niño Church. So there, good. Those are the top attractions in province of. Now moving on to the last one, just southern part of the lake, in the southern area where we can see or we can find the Masawa Island. Okay? Apart from its tropical island, it has very historical significance where the first Catholic Mass is believed to take place here. Okay? concerned is Sunday of 1521. So, Limasawa is the smallest municipality in the province of Southern Leyte with a population of 100. Okay, so here, apart from the land shorelines, the nice island, South Island, okay, we can also see here the national sign of the Christmas in the Philippines, along with the first cross that are all attributed to the first Philippines. Kaya lang, as I said earlier, meron kaming claim in the future that is claiming the first seat of Christmas. Then we have the Palawan Island. It's a small island on the southern tip of southern Leyte. Okay. Ito naman yung best diving and snorkeling destination in the province. Part na kasi ito ng Philippine Trench or the Mindanao Deep. Kaya ang ganda na ng corals din na nakikita dito. And commonly, from time to time, may mga nagagawin dito ng mga dolphins, whale shark. So if you want whale shark encounter or dolphin watching activity without the crowd, hanapin nyo lang dito sa place. Next, San Pedro and Santa Marinas, named after the saints, patron saints of Southern Leyte, San Pedro and Santa Marinas. Considered as the most beautiful island in the province with pebble beach, coral beach, and a very relaxing atmosphere. Then, Nakataw Marine Sanctuary, one of the best spots here is known for diving and marine life experience with a natural, large wall underwater that maps about 15 meters, painted with colorful and diverse colors where you can see the story of Christmas. Nakataw Marine Sanctuary. Another sanctuary here is the Fish Sanctuary. It's an interesting fish haven here in Southern Leyte. Great diving destinations here. Okay, where you can also see a lot of sharks, particularly in the months of November until May. Okay, for heritage or pilgrims rather, we have the Asik Cathedral, or particularly the Chini Asik. Okay, this is a Baroque Roman Catholic church. Okay, it's home, it is home of one of the oldest parishes in the Philippines. And we have the tallest bridge in the country, the Las Agas Bridge. Nakita natin ito sa video. It's really tall. I tried walking here para sa bibigyan ng bridge. Nakakamatog kasi napakataas naman. Nakakamatog ng tubig. Yeah. So, the scenic location is inspired by the surrounding views. It has a viewing deck as well. The middle of the bridge actually has also part of the bridge. Actually, it became a prized destination when it was banned to the point na meron recreation area dun sa Mechanical Bridge. May mga restrooms na doon sa Mechanical Bridge. You also consider doing this bridge. Now, if you want to be more adventurous when it comes to this bridge, you can actually do a zip line passing or crossing through the Las Vegas Bridge. So it's a very safe dual zip line where you can really have an opportunity to fly over the Las Bridge in the Philippines. It's a motorized naman, kaya connection to you back to where you started. Okay? Other things to do here, actually the zip line is just part of the zip southern Leyte or the Quezon Southern Leyte. I don't know if they have the bungee jumping now here, but when we were there, they mentioned about the bungee jumping here in Agastas Bridge. I don't know if you know this. Yeah, so there you go. Those are the top attractions in Southern Leyte, and actually those are the top attractions in the eastern Visayas. So the Sige lang, okay, the region. Actually, hindi ko lang ang specific information because pwede pumunta extensively this mga destinations. Right? So, there's one question here. Will Eastern Visayas be open soon? Okay, according to some to the Department of Tourism in Eastern Visayas, there are no plans yet as to get or open the region for local tourists outside before.